Today we're going to cover about repeater identity, the model version, and there are three main types you see: pure units, pure difference, and combination. So repeater identity is the idea where you have an individual, a variable that's being repeated twice in a question, and they are being compared against another variable. So for this question you have the goldfish comparing against guppies, and then the mollies comparing against the goldfish. So generally speaking, what I tell my students is that if it's a non-internal transfer question, you draw a unit scenario first. So in this case, we have two unit scenarios, one here, two here. So what we do is that we will just draw from left to right or top down. So first we will just cover the goldfish and the guppies. So there are twice as many goldfish, so goldfish is twice, 2 units, and guppies is 1 unit. And then we'll draw the mollies here. Since we're comparing goldfish, it's better to draw beside the goldfish. Molly is twice, so since the goldfish is 2 units and molly is twice, 2 times 2 is 4. And then we know that everything here is your 483. So for 7 units is 483. 1 unit will give you 3, 5, 7, 6, 63, 9. And then question 1's the difference between molly and the guppies. Molly and guppies, which is this whole thing here, which means I'm looking for 3 units. 69 times 3 equals 207. Okay, so this is the pure units one. Next, we're gonna visit the one with pure difference. Why? Same thing. So again, there are two people, so he refers to Marcus, Ben, and then as a comparison, Marcus is comparing against Ben, and then later we see David comparing against Ben, so Ben is the repeater identity. So it's a non-internal transfer, and so generally we draw the unit scenario first, which we don't have. We have two scenarios of the difference, so in this case we just do from left to right. So he, Marcus, is comparing against Ben, Marcus versus Ben. Who is larger? Marcus is fewer than Ben, which makes Ben larger. So we draw them the same size first, and then extend Ben to 59. David has 164 fewer than Ben, so David is smaller than Ben. And judging by number, David is actually way smaller than Marcus. So the rule is you do not change who you have already drawn. You do not make Ben smaller or bigger. You just adapt David to whatever you've already drawn. Then we know that this is your 164. We know that Marcus is 286. Okay, so how do we solve for David? To use David, can we see if this is 286, we know that this is also 286. So we should figure out Ben first. 286 plus 59 gives me 305. Is that right? Okay. Then we can use that to connect to David by subtracting away 164. So 164 equals to 181. Okay, so look at the last variation, where it's a combination of both units and difference. Okay, same thing, we have two variables, tulip versus rose, and then later we have sunflower versus rose. So rose is the repeated identity. So it's a non-internal transfer, you should draw the unit scenario first, so you draw this scenario first. But tulip versus rose, tulip is try, so 3 units for tulip, and then 1 unit for rose. And then we know that 40 more sunflower, so sunflower is larger than rose. So same size. How big is 40? We don't really know. We just draw something to include it. So maybe around here. And we know that the total is 590. And my objective is to figure out the rows. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that everything is the same. So I need to get rid of this 40. So then I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5 units. So 5 units is 190. 40, which is 550, allowing me to find 1 unit by taking 550 divided by 5, which is 110, which is actually the answer because rows is 1 unit.